Excellent. So that's looking good. Let me share my screen here. I think I'm unmuted, so let me go ahead and do this. Are you guys able to hear me? Quick question, if you guys just say something in the chat if you're able to hear me. If not, let me know, and then we can get this thing started. Excellent. Thank you, Shantanu. Great. So hello, guys. Let me go ahead and actually say everyone. So this is starting in the Discord so that everyone is aware. We just have this going. So this is going to be more of an informal office hours style thing, just to help anyone out who has questions and to go over the initial submission process for, or the, not initial, the submission process for, just sending this out real quickly. Excellent. So basically, from a high level, how submissions are going to work on our end is we are going to have one big submission form for QC Hack, and then that submission form will give you links to what you need to submit to all of our sponsors. The reason for this is our sponsors, some have guidelines over like how data can be stored, right? They have the different legal rules that they have to abide by, and they just want to be able to handle their own challenges the way that they can grade them best. So what we're going to have to do in that case is have the one general QC Hack submission form for us and then one for them. This QC Hack submission form allows you to be eligible for a t-shirt and allows you to be eligible for a certificate of completion. If you do not fill out that form, you won't be eligible and you'll be a ghost, basically. We won't be able to see who you are or judge you or make sure that you're an official QC Hack member. So you guys really need to fill out this form before you fill everything else out. So to find the form, you're going to go to the challenges tab on the qchack.io website. And I already have the password loaded in the session that I'm in right now. But ideally, you put the password in. If you're part of the Discord, you know what the password is already, and you've already seen this page because you've been doing the challenge, so you should be good. And then after you put that in and you go to the challenge, you're going to click Submit Your Project here, which will take you to the official QC Hack general submission form. As noted in the top, in the description of the form, this form makes you eligible to receive swag. If you provided a t-shirt size, you'll be able to provide swag. And then also, if you provided a valid mailing address, you are eligible to receive swag. One thing about the mailing address, we have had some concerns of those who have entered their email address incorrectly. If that is the case for you, please email coalition.quantum@gmail.com and we can fix that and handle that for you as easily as possible. Some FAQs are in here. What am I like? I was actually just asked this. What if I'm submitting more than one challenge? Basically, If you're submitting more than one challenge, just fill out the form for each time you submit it, and you should be good. And then basically, like, what is the email address you're asking for? What is the email address question you're asking for? The first email address is needed to send you a receipt of your editable submission. And then can you edit your form submission? Yes, you can do that until the hacking period ends at 10 a.m. Eastern on April 11th. Shasmin actually brought up a good point in the chat. I want to go through this actual form and show you guys the different challenges and what to do. But it is actually sensitive information because some of these challenges are password protected. So I'm actually not going to go through a full example of the form, but via the live stream, you can see where to actually do that. And I think probably what I'll do is I may unshare my screen and then look at it and then maybe see if I can go back and share it later with some more accurate information. Yes. So Tamal asks, we have a team of 4. Do we all have to individually submit? No, you do not need to individually submit if you have a team of 4. Just have one person submit for every member of your team. List each email address of each team member for your team, and you should be good there. 1 second, guys. Let me I'm going to unshare, and then make sure everything is good there. Any other questions in chat? And it doesn't have to be related just to the submission form. If you have any other questions just about the hacking period or about any challenges that you think I will be able to answer for you live on this live stream, this is what it's for. It's not anything formal. There's no pre-recorded talk. I don't really have anything other than the submission form that I want to talk about. And I'll probably go over it again to just be a little bit more clear. But yeah. I think, yeah, just to reiterate to everyone, I don't know who's joining late, but the submission form, the general submission form that you'll find under the challenges tab, there's a big red button at the top of the page that says submit here. If you're going to submit that form, you must submit that form first. That form will link all the other challenges and all the other pages, and then you can submit with other pages. But it's also, I need to stress to you guys that just by submitting this one form, like the QC Hack General Submission Form, it is not enough to complete a challenge because you still need to give the individual companies your information, right? So let's say if I want to submit to the Google Challenge, I need to go ahead and fill out the QC Hack General Submission Form, and then after I'm done, fill out the Google Challenge form, which is linked in the page. Yeah, I'm also free just to hang out for a bit and see if anyone else has any questions. That's a great question. I'd love to hear if you guys want to say how your projects are going or any feedback over any of the particular projects, let it rip. I'd love to hear it. Tamal, thank you for I see your question. I'll answer that in 2 seconds. For the non-technical challenge, we are asked to record a video. So one member can record the video and deliver the pitch right. Yes. So obviously, right, there are challenges and complications with having a remote model, and especially if you were matched to a random team, it's going to be hard to film a video where every single person on the team is in that video, right? So as long as you have a video and everyone in your team acknowledges that this is your project video, you submit the form, enter all the emails in, you should be good. So yes, short answer, yes, one member can record the video and deliver the pitch. Excellent. I think it may be nice, right? And it's not required to specify. It may be nice to sort out in the paper that you provide who did what, right? So they know like who did which portion of the project. But yes, you can just have one person delivering the pitch. And then someone asked, for the non-technical challenge, we are pitching to potential investors. Since it's just YQI and not a company where we could see what their business goals might be, are we supposed to focus on a certain use case for QC or just QC in general? So that is a good question. I think, I hate to be that guy, but I think that's up for you to decide, right? I think if you choose to focus on a general use case, I mean, the whole point of this is to convince the judges that to buy your product or to invest in quantum computing or to invest in quantum technology in general, right? And so if you can find a big general case to where that could be helpful, then go ahead and do that. I think if you can theoretically come up with some business plan, right, that helps the majority of businesses, but it's more specialized, do that too. But yes, definitely. I don't know if that answers your question. I don't like that question. You kind of gotta you just gotta be persuasive, honestly. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, I didn't want to make it too broad. If it should be in finance, banking, focus, climate focus. Yeah. Yes. So I hope that helped, basically. And also DM me later if you have any more questions. All right, another one. What if one part of our team is working on a challenge and another part of the team is working on another challenge? Can you do so? Well, if you guys submit both challenges as the same team, then yes, you can do so. But like I said, only you can, like I said before, and I said many times, you can only win one challenge. So if one of those challenges wins, then you disqualify yourself from the other one. Also, right, if you have, I mean, I don't know how you're really doing this, but if you have one part of your team working on one challenge and another part of your team working on another challenge, to me, that kind of sounds like you just have two teams working on two separate challenges. And so that's kind of, I don't know how that's going to work, but I mean, if you guys are trying to divvy up the work, right, and combine it to see who wins, I think that's fine. But yeah. I don't know if that answered, that definitely answered your question, but. Again, for those joining late, I'm just on right now answering generic questions. In a few, I'll go over a challenge form submission, just so that's live and on the air, and then we can go from there. I cannot attend all sessions due to time zone difference. Will that affect the submission scoring and certificate? So attending tutorials will not affect your submission scoring. The reason we highly recommend going to tutorials is that those tutorials are really going to help you do well at the challenge. If you're a rock star and you don't need the tutorials to do the challenge, you can get a really good grade or do really well on it, then that's fine. But it will not, attending tutorials will not affect your submission scoring, nor will it affect your certificate. No problem, Tamal. Any other questions? Just let me know. If we're doing this challenge solo, do we have to indicate this on our submission? No, because, well, I mean, you will inherently indicate that you're doing a challenge solo on your submission because you're only going to enter one email address in the form. Like there's going to be the team leader contact email. That's a required field. And so every submission is going to have at least one person. And so if you're doing the challenge solo, just enter your email address as that one person, you'll be good. Okay, awesome. Okay, I just wanted to make sure since I never signed up for the team form. Yeah, that's completely fine. I know there's some confusion about the team form. So that team form was just to match people to teams if they didn't have a team, they wanted to be a part of a team. But that was not like an official team designating form. It was just a way for us to help you find people to work with. But all teams will be officially formed, quote unquote, when you turn in your submission by 10 a.m. EDT tomorrow. No problem at all. And thank you guys. Also, thank you guys for the questions. Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. I'm more than, I can do this all day. So we're chilling. Can I plug the project demos? Yes, I can. So that's another thing. Sorry, I forgot to do that before. So that's another thing that's very cool about this, about the QC Hack General Submission form, is that by doing this, you can enter whether or not you would like to demo your project at a final networking event. So for those who are extremely interested, or those who are not even extremely interested, but who are interested in demoing your project, you can go ahead and there'll be a link on the form or a field on the form to where you can click it and you can say, yes, I opt in to plug it to demoing my project at a final networking event in front of X amount of people. We'll be organizing that event, and it'll be a really cool chance for people just to showcase their projects and show everyone what they've done. Obviously, for some automated challenges like Google's challenge or Microsoft's automated portion of their challenges, I mean, you're not going to be really presenting much. I mean, you can present much, right? Like you can present, oh, I got this far in it. But for these creative challenges, especially like the IBM challenges, the Microsoft Freeform challenge, the non-technical challenge would be excellent. That would be a really, really sick thing to do. And you will be live on Quantum TV, twitch.tv/Quantum Coalition. So that will be, I would love to do that if I were you. So I think that's something awesome that our team is putting together. So I definitely recommend doing that. Okay, Check Cell Technologies asks, how do I submit my projects to IBM? So there will be a form on, there'll be fields on the QC Hack General Submission form where you can go ahead and fill those in. IBM is one of the companies where we're actually, they don't have like their own, like standalone form. So all you have to do is just put the information in the general submission form and you'll be done. Yeah. That's just another rule for the general submission form that I'd say is just each like individual challenge will have a description at the top. And if the description at the top says, go submit to this link, you need to go submit to that link. If it doesn't say go submit to that link, then just fill out the form as is and you'll be good. But that's a good question, Checkcell, so thank you. Any advice for these final 8 hours? Okay, so, okay. This is what I would do. So I'm a firm believer. I think Florian in the YQI non-technical challenge channel said this best. Getting sleep is extremely important in doing productive work. I think when I'm 21 right now. I think when I was like 17, 18 years old, I could stay up all night and it was extremely easy. But now, dude, that's hard. I'm not as adept. And the thing is, I'm practicing and doing other stuff, so I'm always tired. So what I did last night, even in preparation for the hacking period, was I would set my alarm. I would set 1 hour intervals on my alarm. And so I would nap for 30 minutes and then I would work for 30 minutes. And then I would reset the timer, it was nap. No, it was work, nap. So I would wake up for a nap and set the timer, just reset it for another hour. And then once the 30 minutes hit, nap. And then you work, nap. And so that, like last night, I didn't really sleep like a continuous block. It was just a disjoint series of 30-minute naps every other 30-minute period. But it was, it worked for me. I performed actually pretty good in practice this morning, so I may have to adopt that whenever I have like a late P set or anything like that. But yeah, that would be my advice. I'd also say I like Fintech's thing, gummy bears and loud music, sugar and caffeine. You can never go wrong with that. The only thing with sugar for me is sometimes I get a little too hype and too excited. And so I'll do some stupid stuff. But yeah, a lot of the time, sugar, caffeine, water is always good too. And then motivation, the sheer will of victory, the sheer will to compete should always be enough. Nah, I'm just joking. But yeah, that's kind of, that would be anything I'd say. You reckon quantum chess will beat regular chess on Twitch one day? That would be a sight to see. There's actually there's been a lot of like games like played. I haven't looked too much into like the specifics of quantum chess, but if you go on YouTube, you can look at like these like classical chess, if we'll call it, grandmasters playing against these, I guess, quantum researchers in quantum chess. And obviously, I think grandmasters are at a disadvantage unless they've been practicing it before. But yeah, I think if it picks up, I think like everything, right? It's hype. So I think if people see quantum chess and it's like, oh, it's pretty cool, it will. I definitely think it'll beat it. I definitely think it has the potential to, because I mean, come on, everything quantum is better. So it's gotta beat it. But that's a great question. Thank you, thank you, Bistrig. I want to see. I do want to, because I want to get a good clip of. I want to get a good clip of the submission form with all the correct information and me speaking about it well, so that it's very clear to everyone what we're doing. So I'm going to be working on that now. But I'm on right now just to talk. I mean, this has been a really cool event, guys. I must say, I've really enjoyed looking at the Discords, keeping track of everyone's conversations. I think the one thing, especially in planning this, that we were a little conscious of was like people inundating us with questions, right? So we kind of, I think we over prepared for that. But it's been excellent, like seeing other participants answer other participants' questions. I think the nature of this event, right? We have some really smart people, some really great experts in quantum computing here. And we also have some really talented young people, college students who know a lot, answering questions and helping each other out. And I guess to see this community kind of, this is not, honestly, I was not expecting this, like even creating the hackathon, right? It was just something fun that I wanted to do. I don't really think I had any like big motivation about it, but just seeing how much this has grown and how cool this really is, it's just been, I really enjoyed this week, as much work as it has been. And then FinTech Matcha says, will the Discord stay up after the challenges close? Yes, it will. We will be announcing, that is a whole nother thing that's in the works. But yes, it will, short answer. It's nice too to see the mentors and everyone talking. We have some real rock star mentors. Like people are putting in hours and hours of work, staying up super late, trying to get everything ready. But it's been really cool to see. It's been really inspiring, to see so many people work so hard for this. I think it's also a testament to how important this is in the quantum computing community. Yeah. Even right now, every time I look at the Discord, there's a new someone saying something new. Especially like Michael is going crazy right now in the keeping full challenge. These guys are, this is excellent. Another thing I wanted to mention was hacking rules. So by submitting, and once I create something for a clip, I'll say this, but by submitting the form, you agree to the hacking rules. And I already covered this in the hacking address, but the hacking rules are extremely important. Before you submit, you please read them. And please, like we're assuming that you've read them by submitting. We're not assuming, we're stating that, hey, you have read the hacking rule when you submit a challenge. So yeah, please do that. Yes, thank you, Anthony. And company-specific guidelines. So that's another thing. Different companies have different guidelines for their challenges, which by submitting to that specific challenge, you therefore accept our rules and their rules. So yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And that's like the reason why I'm stressing it so much, candidly, is because I want you guys to be prepared. And I want you guys to make cool projects and just make sure that's taken care of and gotten out of the way. I don't want anyone creating a project and working so hard and figuring out that they're ineligible or in the process of creating a project did something wrong. So yeah. Exactly. Sean's going to put in some in the chat. Every team member must register to QC Hack for the submission to be eligible. Yes. And as I stated before, in order for us to make sure that every member must be registered for QC Hack is registered to QC Hack, that's why you got to submit the QC Hack general submission form and the company specific form, because we need to make sure. Will all the session videos be there on Twitch, or will they be removed later? I think yes, they will persist. I think each video will persist unless a company asks us to take it down, but I'm not 100% sure about that answer. Yeah, that's a good point too. If Twitch decides, hey, you can't have these anymore, and we're gonna take it down, then we'll just migrate to YouTube. So we're setting up a Quantum Coalition YouTube channel as well. So we'll just copy everything there. But we are this Twitch channel is not going away. By the way, just like when the hackathon is over, this Twitch channel is not going away. This will be used for many more really cool things. But in terms of those tutorial videos, yes, we would ideally like to have all of them back and persist forever. Thank you for the questions, Simone. I love answering questions. So. Yeah, so true. We almost are at we're close to Twitch affiliates, which is excellent. you guys have really made it easy for us to get to that status in a very short period of time. So. I think I'll probably stay on here too for a decent amount of time. It's 2:07, maybe, or 2:30ish, we might call it. When I started around 1:30. So yeah, maybe like 2:30. We'll call it a night. Maybe a little later too. I'm not too tired, and I don't have it's Sunday tomorrow, off day, so I can stay up a little late. We got people all over the world grinding to do a submission. I can stay up a little late and at least help them answer questions. We've been kind of constant at 20-ish viewers, at least from my end. So yeah, you guys, if you guys want to just talk or just say anything, just have some combo, I'm down to do it. I'll probably save the, what I'll probably do is save the challenge submission overview to the end so I can clip it. And then tell people in the Discord, hey, make sure if you just want to watch the end, you'll figure out how to officially submit the form. Because the beginning was kind of a mess. I was kind of just getting started. But we can definitely amend that. Will weird, out there, incomplete submissions be laughed at? In other words, is participation valued over correctness? Yes, 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 yes. Participation is 100% valued over correctness. Please do not feel ashamed to submit anything. This is not about how smart you look. This is not about how good of a programmer you are or what your idea is, right? The whole goal of this is for people to learn and for people to learn in a fun, safe environment, to be a part of a good, supportive community that helps you kind of achieve what you want to achieve or learn what you want to learn. I'm using the word learn a lot. But no, they will not be laughed at all. Not even close. We're just very grateful to everyone for, signing up for QC Hack, for being a part of it, and for making it such an awesome and amazing week. So yeah, participate. Do not feel, I know I'm kind of being redundant, but I feel strongly about this. Do not be ashamed of what you present. If you have a challenge and you do 5% of the challenge, turn it in, right? That's your work. You worked hard on that, so turn that in. Do not be ashamed. Terminator, will this event occur every year? Yeah. That's what we want. That's the plan, at least. Yeah, shots okay. Shots you said that's our plan. Yes, exactly. That's the plan. And no problem with Strange Stranger 4. Yeah. Oh, no, important. Yes, fintech. So this is kind of the goal of this too. I know that people are working. I know it would just be nice to just have someone talking in the background, or just talking about QC Hack, just to feel like a part of it. I know I do that all the time. They have these little, this is kind of like exposing myself a bit, but on YouTube where it has like the study beats to relax and listen to. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll go on the study beats to relax to and type in the comments like, working on my software engineering PSET, and everyone will be like, good luck. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, no problem, fintech, I got you. Yeah, and then I think I was saying this before, but a Strange Stranger, yeah. No problem, I got you. Any other questions? Let me know. Even to go back to Terminators, to the point, will we do this event every year? I think this event, I think honestly has gone pretty smoothly from our side of things. I think there's been a few things that we've had to iron out or figure out at the last second, but I think our team has done an excellent job of planning things and making sure that things get taken care of. Obviously, this is our first time, my first time ever organizing an event like this. A lot of our first times ever organizing an event like this. So we have to cut our teeth and learn a little bit. But I think we did that. I also think that in the future, we'll have a lot more people working on this, or even different people working on this as the Quantum Coalition grows. But yeah, this is it. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. QC Hack 2022. Stay tuned. I'm not promising anything right now, but yeah, the plan is for QC Hack 2022 to be coming on nice and strong. Yeah, it is, and also go to Zoom study days with the friends. Yeah, I think one, especially with COVID, right, and being kind of separated from everyone, I think it's nice just to, you know, kind of have that presence, even if it's over the computer, like have a live presence of people there or people with you. It kind of picks you up, and it kind of puts you in, kind of puts some perspective to you. So perspective in what you're doing. So yeah. And then Terminator said, yeah, I really like the idea of using Twitch and Discord for communicating among people. Yeah, I think we hit that on the head. Thank you for that feedback, by the way. But yeah, I think we hit that on the head. I think Discord, I think Discord is a great platform. I think one thing that we were a little skeptical about was, I think I mentioned this before, but questions. So like people asking questions to different mentors, and we wanted them to be organized, right? So mentors were never flooded. But the companies did an excellent job and have been doing an excellent job of answering questions as they come in. And I think our participants have done an excellent job of asking the right questions, right? I think there's a few questions here or there where you could say, hey, just look at the documentation. But even then, right, people are coming in at different times. People are getting different information at different times. So that's not like that big of a deal. But yeah, and I think Twitch was, I really like Twitch live streaming as well. It's just cooler. Like I could do stuff like this very simply. I just have to like set it up and just live and just talk in front of the Zoom camera by myself. But yeah, I like doing it. $16 viewers now. People are dipping. That's fine. Yeah, Shantanu said this, and I'll reiterate it for the stream. Quantum Coalition, like this is just a start, right? This is the start for this is the start for a lot of good things, right? And Shantanu in the chat is talking about QC Hack 2022, open source projects, Discord communities, open talks, study groups, mentorship, and whatever else people are interested in. Yeah, this is just the beginning. And he also says, stay tuned for next steps on how to stay involved and how to get your school involved and all that stuff. Like I said before, it's coming. Like we got plans in the works, and we really, yeah, there's gonna be a lot that comes from this, so we're excited. And Savvy saying, really had a great experience till now. I'm looking forward for future events. Yes, thank you so much for the feedback. I'm glad you had a good time. I mean, it's good to, like, obviously, right, you expect people to say and give you like feedback, right, and positive or negative, like it's fine. but you guys really like don't understand how much reading that kind of stuff means to us as organizers. I didn't understand how much it would mean until I actually read it. And I was actually a part of it, and I was seeing how much it meant to read comments like that. It just makes you feel really good, especially when you're doing all of this and you're working and things can kind of be going super, super fast. And then you see someone give you a bit of encouragement, and it helps you a lot. So thank you so much, Savvy, for the comment. Tamal, you said earlier that if someone has done 5% of the challenge, they can submit. Will they be eligible for the certificate of completion? So let me reiterate what I said. Like obviously, if you don't try your best to do a challenge, I mean, that's like basically the whole point of that is to say, for example, if you do, and I've been using Google Challenge a lot just because it's kind of the easiest to compare everything to, because it kind of spans all levels. But if you got stuck, if you spent 10 hours on Google Challenge and you only passed 2 or 3 test cases, that's fine, right? And I think you put in the effort, you put in a lot of work, you explained your work, and you did a submission. Like I said, if you submit, you will get a certificate of QC Hack participation. For Google Challenge specifically, they're only giving Google certificates for the winners. So not everyone who submits to Google Challenge will get a Google certificate, but you will get a Quantum Coalition certificate for submitting your project to the Google Challenge. Yeah. Oh, it's a streamer in the making. I wish, bro. I wish I could be a streamer. I got way too much on my plate. I mean, it's a lucrative way to make money. I mean, video or not, that was very redundant. It's a great way to make money, and you could just do a lot of fun stuff. You can have a good time in life or just play video games, and obviously they're hard workers, right? But you can get money very, very quickly because if the masses come to you, right, the advertisers will come as well. But I don't think I would love to be. I mean, it would be a cool job, maybe. I would love to try it out, or just kind of get a taste of that life. But I don't know if I could really be a streamer. Maybe a YouTuber. But we'll have to see about that. I'm not a big media guy. Yeah, Sean Snew said yes, there will be ways to be. So FinTech Matcha said, if we are going into industry soon, aka leaving school soon, will we still be able to participate in future events, even just coming to QC talks? And then Sean Snew replied, yes, there will be ways to be involved with Quantum Coalition as a non-student, possibly including talks. And this is something that even I am. This is going to apply to me pretty soon because right now I'm a junior. My junior second semester going into my senior year. So yeah, that's a good point. Your last term, at least you got in. You got a slice. At least you got a slice before you were out. Yeah, like Shantanu said, there's definitely ways to stay involved. I mean, we have industry professionals in the Discord right now, so you should be good. Will this channel be open even after the hackathon? Like I missed some sessions. Yes, the channel will be open even after the hackathon for you to view sessions. I think, yeah, so you can see the different challenges, or not the challenge, like different tutorials. You can see the different addresses if you care. I don't really think anyone will care about the hacking addresses. Yeah, and then if there's any complications with Twitch and Twitch says we have to remove them, we'll also have them on our YouTube channel if need be. So tentatively, you can just do this as if I'm a CS guy. So if Twitch doesn't work, then YouTube. Else, do nothing. Stay on Twitch. But that doesn't mean you don't need that else statement because it's redundant. So. Viewers now. We've been oscillating a bit between like 17 and 23, I'd say. I think our max was at like 36 when I first opened the stream. And then it went down to 6. Immediately. It immediately went down to 6. And then we're kind of around 18 to 20. So yeah, guys, feel free to just say what's up, say hi. I'll be on probably I said 2:30. I'll be on maybe for a bit more. I don't know, I've been kind of enjoying this. But if people stop asking questions, I'll just go ahead and do this mock submission. And then we'll be good. What do you guys think, chat? Which challenge do you like the best? Which challenge do you think is the most interesting? Like, which challenges did you understand the best? I said that. 1, which challenge did you understand the best? 2, which challenge did you think was the most interesting? 3, which challenge do you think is the hardest? I'll say. And feel free to, yeah, I mean, you don't have to answer, but it'll just be something fun on my end. Because I have a perception in my brain if I was a contestant, which one I would want to do. But yeah, I knew the challenges way before, so it didn't matter. Microsoft was easy to understand, but still difficult to implement. Yes, that's a testament to how awesome Maria is. As I feel evil for saying this, but that's kind of like the ideal goal, right? Like you want people to be able to understand what the concepts behind it, but struggle in implementing. So it's hard enough to where if you win, you know, it's an actual achievement. So kudos to Maria and the Microsoft team for doing an excellent job explaining and still doing a good job like with their challenge. And then Vistrick said, I like the freeform ones because they're simultaneously rewarding but painful. You care to elaborate on that? I think I'm guessing you're referring to the IBM, because both the IBM ones were kind of freeform. As it is easier to get stuck. Yeah, okay. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. With those ones, I think the model of releasing challenges on challenge day with those is a little bit tougher, because I think if you have a well-defined problem, like I think in the case of Microsoft's challenge, they had a very well-defined problem that they could easily explain to their like potential contestants, and then all you had to do was do the automated challenge to build up, and then you kind of have the juices flowing for the freeform. I think with IBMs, and I think this, I kind of speaking out loud to how I could have I could improve, especially on my end with the hacking portion. Having these open-ended questions and giving someone a big field of saying, "Hey, just do this." It could be a lot. So I think I think maybe it's time to go, maybe find a different way, or kind of be better about that to make it easier on the contestants next year. But yeah, and then Shantanega said, he also said, which challenge did you actually end up doing? That's also a really good point. That tells a lot. that will let you know. That's kind of all you need, all I need to know about, which is the best one. But still doing Microsoft. Yeah, that's an excellent challenge. That challenge has been doing good. I've been tracking it. I've been tracking it throughout the day, and it's been doing really well. That team is awesome. Maria is awesome. And yeah, that's a good point, Shantanu. So we're also going to be sending a feedback form at the end of QC Hack. So for 2022, we can improve, make it better for you guys. Because at the end of the day, right, the whole point of this hackathon is for the participants and for the contestants, right? Like, my job is to make sure that you guys have the best time possible and have the best experience possible. You know, like, that's the whole point of putting on a hackathon. At least that's how I think about it in my eyes. Or more specifically, that everyone who's involved in Quantum Coalition and QC Hack has the best experience possible. So, yeah. Last question. Promise. No, before I even read the rest of this fintech, I know I sound kind of tired, but I'm telling you right now, it's not forced at all. Like, answer as many questions, ask as many questions as you want to. If I don't want to answer any more questions, I'll just stop the live stream. I'll just say, okay, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll do the thing and leave. To finish your question, for the video portion of the non-technical challenge, should we present as if we're actually pitching, good lighting, business, formal, casual, etc., or are those not part of how it's assessed? Good question. Okay. I'm going to be careful in how I answer this as to not provide an unfair advantage to those who have watched this video versus those who have not watched this video. It would be good to be as persuasive as possible to the judges. That being said, I mean, from my end, if I give Shane's 2 cents, Shane's opinion, I think presentations that have good lighting, or you dress up, right, you play the part, I think in the human brain are automatically going to be, it's going to be like, people are going to look at them in a different light than if you just threw something together, right? But that being said, content is king. Short answer, that the icing on the cake, for example, shouldn't really matter. It's not going to matter because our judges are going to be judging based off content. But if you want a quick, and I think it's fine to say this, if you want a quick Shane side of things, if I was doing the challenge, I would kind of play the part and just have fun with it, just have fun. And if you want to do that, then go ahead and do that. But the way these challenges are graded, it's going to be fair. So if you have a whole, if you have a whole shebang, but your content sucks, you're not going to win. That's simple. But yeah, okay, just want to see if I should wait to record my video when it's no longer dark out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of being, the thing is, I'm kind of being long-winded too, just to talk because other people might have the same question or think about the same thing. And I think most times, like thinking out loud, gives people the most context about why I'm saying what I'm saying. So yeah, but I would say make it look nice because these judges are also going to be, going through tons and tons of videos. And if the video is not enjoyable for them to watch, there's going to be biases. That's just how humans operate. No problem, Tamal. No problem at all. Is it 2:33? All right. Probably stay on for we still have 13 viewers. It's kind of going down. So we'll stay on for maybe, we'll say 2:40 my time. So 7 more minutes. I'll be on. And then at 2:40, I'll go over the submission form again, just to say, hey, check out the last part to see about the submission form. And then I can also do it again tomorrow if I made any mistakes or if things need to be clarified. I can do that over the Discord channel. Or worst case, just live stream again. I'm getting kind of comfortable with this, so I think I could do it. But it's hard live streaming kind of because you got to be perfect. You can't tell people one thing and it's not true or it's not what's actually happening because then people get confused. And that's the last thing you want to happen. So maybe just pre-record something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Is it weird kind of talking to yourself? Yes. Yes, it is weird. Well, it's not too weird because that's funny. Yeah. So what I do is I have the Twitch, in order to see the chat, I have the Twitch live stream playing in Safari on my computer. And so I'm watching myself talk at a lag. And so what I like to do is I just like to look at the chat as it comes in and watch myself talk. But yeah, it's kind of weird. But also another thing is it's, like I said, I'm becoming more comfortable with it. But I don't know how to feel about becoming more comfortable with it because I'm just talking to myself in a room. That's not optimal. But like we were talking about before, it's that sense of being live and being with other people, even though we're probably across the nation or in completely different places, right? That kind of helps. Yeah, that was a good question. Sometimes also when I don't move, I'll look at the screen and think I'm frozen. Just kind of weird. I don't like that. Yeah, I'll stay on for the last part of the submission form, but thanks again for answering all the questions. No problem at all. No, no problem at all. Thank you for asking so many questions. Fills the time, makes this more fun, makes it easier to talk to myself. So yeah, thank you. And thank you so much for participating and being part of QC Hack. Um, without you guys, it would not be, there'd be nothing. So thank you. I think tonight too, I may adopt that 30-30 strategy. I can't in good faith go to bed while all these other people are working. It's just not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all. Thank you, FinTech. I've done it before. I'm weathered. I'm seasoned man, and I should be able to do it again, hopefully. But I don't know the long-term effects of that. The long-term effects of doing the 30-30. Unstudied clinical trials. Let's see what looks up. Okay, I think my Zoom crashed, but I'm back on now. Chat, did this stream end at any point? Or is everything good, or was there just a delay? Because my Zoom on my computer literally closed and then reopened. Okay, just went black. Excellent. Good. Thank you guys. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, FinTech. Yeah, by the way, Zoom is an excellent platform for live streaming. Works really, really well. Very easy to set up, very simple to understand. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to go ahead now and finish this up. I'll wrap this up pretty soon for the 15 viewers. Just get everything set up. Shantanu came in super clutch and helped me with stuff to say. That dude is the GOAT, by the way. Shantanu Jha, UQC, I gotta plug in. Shantanu Jha, UQC president, advisor for QC Hack, absolute stud. 10 out of 10 recommend. Yeah. Bet. All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I'm gonna be as, I wanna make sure, do I have this piece in the clipboard? Excellent. All right, so I'm sharing my screen now. I'm gonna wait for confirmation. I see it on the Zoom or on the Twitch. Excellent. So yes, for those who are currently joining us now, or for those who are watching the recording, the live stream recording from before, I went over the project submissions sheet a bit, and then I got into the kind of just office hours talking with people, kind of really fun. And then now I'm gonna have a more polished talk about the project submission form, because that's an extremely important part of submitting projects. I want to reiterate, every single project team must fill out the general submission form linked here. So you're going to start on qchack.io. You're going to go to the challenges tab. This page is password protected. My session right now has the password stored, so I'm good. But just enter the password, and then you have your challenge. You have your button here to submit. Often, so a lot of the times for most challenges, we will have additional challenge specific forms that you must fill out within this main form to get credit for that challenge for that company. But you still need to fill out the general submission form for every challenge that you submit to. Some other things just quickly before I go through it to mention, valid submitted projects will get t-shirts, a QC Hack t-shirt. You will get a certificate, QC Hack certificate, and you are eligible to win prizes if you abide by the hacking rules and your submission abides by the hacking rules. This form is due at 10 a.m. EDT on April 11th. So in, 7 hours, 15 minutes from now, from the recording. And then one project submission per team. You can see on the FAQ, what if I'm submitting more than one challenge? You must fill out this form for each challenge that you submit or each team that you are a part of. To reiterate, there is no formal team forming sheet or team forming form. Your teams will be formed or mapped to each submission. Yes. So if I go through the form right now, let's say that, for example, I want to submit to the YQI, or the QC Hack YQI non-technical challenge. So I'm just going to enter my email, my@email.com, and then my team leader. So you have to do it both, my@email.com. And then I'm going to say, hey, I want to submit to the QC Hack YQI non-technical challenge. Click next. So now there are some links that I need to provide. For this specific challenge, there's no outside form, but on this page for other challenges, such as the Google challenge, there will be outside forms which you must fill out, or outside steps, or the Q Control challenge. There's outside steps that you have to do to actually submit your project to these companies. Another thing while I'm here is that by submitting this form, you agree to follow both our hacking rules and the company's hacking rules. So yeah, and then to go back, I'll go back and I'll say this about the emails. But these email addresses, right now I'm putting my@email.com just for test purposes. But you need to put in the emails that you use to register for QC Hack. So the emails that you use to register for QC Hack and all of your team members, if you have any, you need to use those emails for QC Hack as well for swag purposes and to make sure and confirm that you are actually a participant of QC Hack submitting this. Another thing that I wanted to talk about that's kind of in here that I glossed over was the mailing addresses for your prizes and things like that. If you entered an incorrect mailing address, email coalition.quantum@gmail.com and we can handle that for you on a case-by-case basis. But to go back to the form submission, we're going to submit to this one. And then I have my links preloaded. So I'm going to enter my pitch video link and my paper link. So you can just enter these in right there. Like I said before, these are not, for this challenge specifically, there's no outside form to submit, but in other challenges, there are things you have to submit there. So make sure you handle that. And then once you do that, just click next. And then now there is this page to where you can consent to having your project being displayed on the QC Hack GitHub org page. So you can click yes or no. I would want my project to be submitted and displayed on the GitHub page. So I'm gonna say yes. And then would you like to apply to present your project at the final project demo? Which is a really cool thing that we're doing to where we can kind of have like a Twitch live stream of people presenting their projects. You'll be on here like me. And so you can go ahead and do that if you want to. If I was submitting a project, I want to do it, so I'm gonna click yes to. And then link to project demo presentation materials. So if you click yes, you probably want to have a link to the presentation materials so that we know what we're doing and we can work with you to make sure that it is done. This is a required field for those who click yes, by the way. If you click yes to this, you must fill out this field or else we can't have you on the live stream. But yeah, and then this final slide or this final form or field, sorry, it's late. Make sure you follow our code of conduct and our QC Hack hacking rules outlined in the documents linked below. And so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give this dummy link and I'm gonna click yes here. I'm gonna submit my form and my form has been successfully submitted and I have this information and I am done. So yeah, that's kind of the form submission process. If you have any questions or if you have any concerns or anything you want to bring up, please do so in the support channel of the Discord. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging here with me tonight and doing this office hour. It's been kind of fun just talking to y'all and this whole hackathon has just been a blast. So thank you guys so much. And I will talk to you guys later. Oh, well, actually, before I go, Tamal, why on the phone, it says team member 2, how many team member emails can we give? We are 4 team members, so all 4 can we give? Yes. If you have a team of 4, you need to enter all 4 emails. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I kind of cut off when all the thank yous were coming into the chat. So yeah, but thank you guys so much. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.